I hope the innkeeper's directions are right. We've been driving all night and still no sign of the border crossing.
It can't be far, just over the next hill.
For Austrian safety.
Safety for us. I just hope that we're not too late to save Sarah and the others.
Whoops.
Brenda.
I'm sorry, I come back a little later.
No, hey, whoa, no, come in. It's okay. Do you have Mr. Henderson's chart in that batch?
Yep.
Well, could I have it? And then you can file the rest if that's okay with you. Thanks.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You know, I asked residents are fighting for bigger office space. Have you seen the papers? Picture of Prince Raymond and Sarah?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? You know, I feel sorry for Beau, but I know that Sarah didn't want to hurt him. But I guess when you love someone, you just can't deny it. No matter how hard you try.
May I come in?
Hey, by all means, sit down, please.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't want to see me after my outrageous behavior.
Nobody's perfect, not even me.
Really?
Yes, is that why you came here, to insult me or to tell me you've decided to fight for your soul?
Okay, a truce. If it's not too late, I would like to apologize for what I said to you.
People handle their grief differently. Sometimes it's not so pretty. I figure you're entitled to work through this the best way you can. But Gabrielle, you're out to destroy yourself.
No, not anymore. Tony, you were right. Max's love saved me from becoming the evil person that I was on the way to, but I just can't let that happen again. I don't want to be that person again. I want to hold on to the goodness that I found, but I'm not sure I can do it alone.
You know I'm here to help you.
Yes. I also want to be able to follow in the footsteps of the saints and help other people.
Oh, now, wait a second. You tell me you want to go back to the convent?
No, no. My place is not in the religious community. I feel it is more with the world around us here. Perhaps volunteer work. I was wondering if you could help me with that. Why did you stop?
Oh, who cares? My legs are just grateful for the stretch.
Debra, could you please hand me those binoculars?
Oh, what I wouldn't give for a dish of scrambled eggs, rashers of bacon, English muffins with jam, and a gallon of hot coffee.
I'll have time for all that when we make it to Austria.
Ladies, none of that is going to happen unless we get over the border. And I don't think that's going to be as easy as we originally planned.
Oh, no, a roadblock.
Looks like Roland was one step ahead of us.
So what do we do now?
I don't know, Debra. I wish I did.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
Brenda.
Listen, I'm going to come back and file these things a little
Brenda,
later.
you can't run away from your feelings any more than Prince Raymond and Sarah could. Especially when you know that it's right.
You don't even know what I'm feeling right now, Dan.
Tell me. I want to know.
We have a lot of work to do today.
Brenda, the
Please.
work can wait. We're talking about our future.
What future? I mean, we are friends, and that's all the future we have, and you're going to ruin that if you keep up with this fantasizing, Dan.
Brenda, this wasn't a fantasy. Yesterday wasn't a fantasy, Brenda. You didn't kiss me like a friend.
Listen, yesterday was a mistake, and I had forgotten about it, and I wish that
Forgotten?
you would, too.
Forgotten about it? God, Brenda, that's the only thing I can think of. Yesterday was incredible. Yesterday was the beginning of us.
Us? Dan, there is no us. And I gave you my reasons, all right?
Yeah, and I don't buy them.
Yeah, well, you're not inclined to buy things that you don't want to understand, but that doesn't change the facts.
Brenda, what difference does age make?
Oh, Dan.
You're younger than Dad, and you still had a relationship with him. That didn't stop you. Where is it written that the man and the woman have to be the same age, or the man has to be older? If they make each other happy, what difference does it make?
Age isn't the only thing that's against us, Dan.
Brenda, the only thing against us is your unwillingness to accept your feelings from me. You're very sensitive when it comes to Dad. You feel guilty about not marrying him, and you're worried about if he finds out about us, you don't know how to react.
I want you to stop analyzing me.
Brenda, I just want you to understand that you don't have to sacrifice your happiness because you're afraid to hurt Dad. Brenda, he wants the both of us to be happy.
I want you to understand something. I do not need a man in my life to make me happy. I have a healthy little boy. I have a wonderful job here. My life is simple, it's uncomplicated, and I've got work to do.
Brenda, things were complicated with Dad because you didn't love him. Things aren't complicated when you're with the one you love. It's the simplest thing in the world. Prince Raymond and Sarah found a way. Why can't we?
This is great. What a brilliant idea. How we get all the way back into town to hit a dead end.
Okay, don't panic. There has got to be a way into that palace before the wedding.
Megan, look at the service entrance. They're even guarding that. Our only hope is for Gord and everybody else to make it through.
All right, Bo, look.
Oh, a bakery truck. That's... Wait, what the hell good's a bakery truck?
What does a bakery truck bring to a wedding?
A cake.
Right, a cake.
You're a genius. You wait right here. Handle this.
Oh, no, you're not going anywhere without me. Besides, can you bake a cherry pie?
No.
No. Neither can I. Let's go. Wait.
Dorian.
Yeah?
Listen, you're supposedly the big expert on these mountains. Is there any other way we can pass over into Austria?
No, unless we sprout wings and fly over. This is it. Well, listen, we all have visas. Maybe we could pass through.
No, that's no good. I'm sure Roland has given all his men a description of us.
Cord is right. We can't risk being stopped.
Well, listen, we'll just have to turn around and find another way through the border, but we must hurry.
Wait a minute. This may be just what we need back here.
Well, what is it, Cord?
We got company, ladies. Lots of it. Listen, I want you to get back in the van. All the way back, all right? You're gonna be safe back here, all right?
Cord, what are you gonna do?
I think the best thing for us to do is to ram the roadblock. They only got 3 guys there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to take out a small battalion of Roland's men. And say a prayer or two.
If things are working out for Prince Raymond and Sarah, I am very happy for them. But we are in a very different situation than they are.
Brenda, look, I might not be the heir to a throne of a country. I may not have the money he has. But love brings the same...
Quit throwing that word around.
Brenda, that word is everything. I felt it when I kissed you, and you felt it too. When you wanted to make love with me, Brenda,
Dan,
that
please
answered
don't do
everything to me.
You are confusing my need for human contact with love. Now, if I had stayed there yesterday, we would have made a very big mistake, and I care much too much for you to hurt you like that. Now, don't.
Are you telling me that you were lonely? And that you would have kissed any man that you were with?
No, I'm not saying that.
What if you had been there with Michael? Would you have kissed him?
Well, he wasn't there, was he? Excuse me.
Brenda, what if he had been? Would you have kissed him?
No, I wouldn't have kissed him. He is my friend. That's all.
Well, that's what you keep telling me. So what am I supposed to believe?
You are supposed to believe what I tell you. I have had lots of opportunities to get involved with Michael, and I never have. Because he is my friend, whether you like him or not, he is my friend.
Just like me.
No. No, not just like you. It's very different with us. We've been through a lot together. We're very comfortable with each other. And I'm very sorry for taking advantage of that yesterday.
Brenda, look, I'm the one who should start to apologize. But I'm not going to. I'm not embarrassed. You shouldn't be either.
Dan, can't we please just get back to being buddies? Come on, please.
And it's too late for that now. It's way too late.
You know, you're a very talented woman, Gabrielle. Your mother showed me some of your dress designs, and I like your work.
Thank you.
I think you can make a lot of money if you started your own company. Or you can work for another company. I'm sure there are a lot of designers out there who'd love to have you working with them. And, well, on your spare time, you can do some volunteer work.
Well, I don't want to work for myself right now. I would much prefer to work for those who are less fortunate. You see, I feel it's the only way I can truly cope with the pain I'm going through. Listening to other people's problems, perhaps feeling the satisfaction of dealing with their despair. You don't feel that I have the qualifications for that?
No, I feel you do. It's just you don't have to make a full-time job out of
yes,
this.
but I do, at least for a while anyway.
Well, I've got a list of people and organizations who'd love to have you working with them. Here we are.
Are these organizations, these services, are they related to the parish?
They are.
Do you have anything that's non-church related?
Sure.
Well, I think that might be better. You see, my faith is still a little shaky.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Let's see where you can do the most good. Okay, there's an adult education program. Now that needs people to teach adults to read. There's a high school program. They need English tutors. Now it's a one-on-one. You're not interested in that?
Well, I don't think I'd be terribly good at teaching. I don't have the patience for people who don't catch on quickly.
Okay.
I did run the Lambview Grand Hotel. Perhaps there's something in your listing that could use my organization skills.
Well, there's a senior citizens group. They need somebody to set up an exercise program. Now, that's different classes for different age and abilities.
I could do that in one of my afternoons. Don't you have anything that would be a bit more of a challenge?
You know, you had me going there for a while. I can't believe I'm this naive. I mean, maybe it's just that I wanted to believe you so much that I missed all the signals.
What on earth are you talking about?
Well, you can stop this tap dance, Gabrielle. I'm tired of hearing the lies, so why don't you just give me the truth? Why are you here? What do you really want from me?
All right, ladies, stay back, all right? We're going through. Get down, brace yourselves. Ready?
Ja, ja.
Ohne günstigen Ausweis kommt man zwar nicht rein.
Lass es mir durch, ich hab den königlichen Hochzeitsclub.
Ausweis. kontrollier den Bus.
Now tell me that you just kissed me because you're lonely.
Don't do this to me.
Brenda, look, you have nothing to be afraid of. I care about you. I care about Stephen. Brenda, I love Stephen as if he were my own son.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it.
Brenda, why do you keep denying this? Don't you realize how lucky we are? How few people are so fortunate to find that one person that's right for them. The one person they want to spend the rest of their lives with.
Because, Dan, this is wrong.
It's not wrong,
Yes,
Brenda.
it
is
is
so
wrong.
natural. And it is so wonderful.
I want you to stop pressuring me. I mean it. And
Brenda,
if you don't,
look.
I am going to quit this job and I'm going to go to another hospital.
Look, I'm not pressuring you to get into any kind of relationship. I don't want you to leave.
I mean it. I will leave Landview if I have to.
I don't want you to leave. Don't leave. Don't move out of Landview, Brenda. I want you to be happy.
Then keep your distance from me. Just keep your distance from me.
Okay. All right, I'll say hello. We'll talk medical business, nothing personal. I promise you have my word.
Thanks.
No problem. Brenda, when you're ready to admit that you love me, I'll be waiting.
What I want from you is some help so that I can work with the community.
Hey, you don't have to go through this speech again. It was impressive the first time, but now that I know there's not a word of truth in it, I'm not really interested in hearing it again.
Why would I lie to you? Why would I come here and ask for your help if I weren't sincere?
Now that's the question you're going to answer for me.
Well, I have an answer for you. I certainly didn't come here to be lectured to.
Sit down. Sit down.
Don't treat me like some 10-year-old basketball player that you happen to coach.
You came in here and started a fight with me, lady, and now we're going to finish it. So get off this high horse and you tell me why helping a high school kid graduate from high school isn't enough for you. You tell me why teaching an adult to read isn't enough for you. Now, what kind of little game do you have going here?
Fine, Father Tony Vallone. You want to know the truth? I'll give you the truth. Yes, I took your advice to heart, and I tried to hold on to the good inside of me. Yes, I tried being Florence Nightingale, but it didn't work.
Why? Because you failed? Because you didn't live up to the expectations you'd set for yourself? Because you didn't find the instant peace you were searching for?
Oh, yes, God, give me peace. God, deliver me. Do you know how many times I have said that garbage and never known what it meant? Well, I know what it means now. It means there is no peace, at least not for me, and there's no use in trying to find it.
You said you'd played Florence Nightingale.
Yes. You see, this woman asked me to come and join a community service at the hospital, helping the grieving, the family, the relatives deal with the pain. Well, as I was standing there in the hospital, a patient was wheeled in. He had been in a car accident.
And you were reminded of Max.
No, I was reminded of the pain and suffering that he went through because of me. And yes, God, of course, had to have his revenge.
Gabrielle, you did not kill Max. God did not take his life in order to punish you.
Father, you are paid to preach hope and faith. You are paid to say that it is only goodness that will give you salvation.
No, I preach it because it's what I believe. I practice it as best I can because it's what I believe.
Well, you know the lesson that I learned? Goodness is bad for you. The only reward is pain.
Our rewards aren't always meant to be given to us here on Earth. I mean, we shouldn't expect them to be.
There are many rewards here on Earth. That is, if we have the guts and the intelligence to go out and find them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I don't care how I go about doing it.
And what about your son? Are you saying the hell with him, too?
No, of course not. Everything I'm doing is because of my son. I want his life to be one reward after another. Good clothes, good schools, vacations in Europe, and I don't care what I have to do to give it to him.
Through volunteer work.
You got it. As a matter of fact, Renee Buchanan was the woman who asked me to join the volunteer group at the hospital. And it was right then and there that I realized the only way to get to the wealthy and the powerful in this town is through volunteer work.
Oh, I see, I see. So you're going to give them your time and be rewarded with the right connections.
Dear God, he's got it.
And you think this is going to make Al happy?
Absolutely. Well, Father, there it is. It's not what you wanted to hear, but hey, it's the truth.
Now, why couldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
Because I wanted your help, not a bloody lecture. But it's okay. I don't expect you to help me now. It's all right. I will ensure my own future, my own way.
You're wrong, Gabrielle. I'll do everything in my power to help you.
Did it? Oh, let's hear it for Crash Cordero.
We're not home free yet. Not by a long shot. I'm telling you, stay down, all right? We got a whole convoy following us.
Nur Lebensmittel.
Okay, kannst reinbringen.
God, that was close. I almost had a heart attack. What are you doing?
Here, put that on. We're not inside yet. Megan, you have just been cast in the most important role of your whole life.
Yeah, I like that. Wait, how do I look?
Good.
Moment. Firstly. First.
You still want to help me?
Yes.
Okay, what's the catch?
There isn't one. If I'm going to fight for your soul, I just can't turn my back on you.
Father, haven't you ever heard that you can't save a soul that doesn't want to be saved?
Well, it's a challenge, that's for sure, but I don't think it's impossible. And in your case, I do think you want to be saved.
You just can't bear the thought of losing a member of your flock, can you?
You're not lost, Gabrielle. You're just a little confused and frightened, maybe. You're looking for a way to get back to God, to a meaningful way of life, to peace. That's why you came to me.
No. Why I came to you was so that you could introduce me to the powerful and wealthy to ensure my son's future.
No, you could have gone to Renee Buchanan for that. She could have set you up with some organization that could use your services, but you didn't. You came here. And you know why? Because you know I'd fight for you.
Oh, I see. They taught you pop psychology along with the gospel.
Sure, we took some psychology courses, but I don't need a textbook to know that deep down you're scared to death of giving into some destructive force inside you. The last time you tried to secure a future for Al, you almost lost your neck.
Are you referring to Brenda's baby?
And despite your bitterness and your disappointment, you don't want that to happen again. I mean, not just for yourself, but for your little boy.
No, don't worry. That won't happen again. No, I won't make the same mistake twice. My mistake was believing that I was helping Michael. I will never get emotionally involved again. But don't you make a mistake. I will do anything for my son.
And I will do anything to bring you back to God.
You're at a distinct disadvantage. You know that, don't you?
You know, I have this theory that doing good makes a person good. It's a sort of a payback. So that when you actually give your time and your energy to a group of people that need you, you won't have time to be cynical. Are you still interested?
Oh, yeah, this I've got to see.
Okay. But don't say I didn't warn you. Yes, may I speak to Viki Buchanan, please? This is Father Vallone from the Sacred Heart Church.
This is great. Everyone from the bakery thinks we're from the Royal Kitchen. Everyone from the Royal Kitchen thinks we're from the bakery.
Well, this is the last load of pastries, and if we don't find Raymond's office pretty soon, we're in it deep, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I wish I'd paid attention to this place a little more when I was staying here, but this is the only corridor we haven't been down, so this must be it around here somewhere.
Diesem Quartier gehören Sie nicht. Was machen Sie hier?
Hochzeitsparty, das sehen wir bitte.
Jetzt müssen Sie das aufheben. Los! Was ist los? Königliche Hoheit. Verzeihen Sie mir bitte.
Sauber machen, aber schnell.
Lassen Sie das jetzt. Die Putzfrau wird das aufheben. Gehen Sie zurück in die Küche, wo Sie gehören. Los!
Yeah?
We're here to apologize.
Yes, well, apology accepted. Now go back to the kitchen and try not to disturb me again.
Well, we really need to speak to you, Your Highness.
I told you...
You wouldn't want us to leave now, would you? We've gone through all of this trouble to come in. I'm sorry about this mess.
Oh, my God, it's really you. I can't believe it. Bo, are you all right? When I heard about your escape, I was afraid you'd be caught by Roland's men. How'd you get out of the castle?
Cord Roberts and Debra Medina, they sprung us.
Well, now, where are they now? Where's Dorian?
Dorian is with them. If any luck at all, they're already across the border in Austria. Dorian's going to tell the U.S. consulate there exactly what your brother's up to, that he's forcing you to abdicate.
It's almost over, Raymond. It's almost over.
Painting on us. Hang on back there.
Can't you go any faster? Leave him alone. He's doing a great job.
I'm telling you, stay down.
That's right. They'll never catch us.
No, there's no rush. Whenever you can get to it, just let me know. Thanks.
The plumber?
Yes. He wanted to come over right away and fix the water pipes, but I told him there's no rush.
Even after he gets there, it's going to take some time to repair the damage.
Oh, it'll take some time, all right.
Michael, there is water all over the place in the cottage, all over the place.
I know, Brenda. Some pipes froze and a couple of them burst.
Stephen is fine. He's upstairs in the nursery, sound asleep.
Are you sure he's okay?
Yes. Mrs. Verdon had taken him to the supermarket, and when they returned, she discovered the problem and brought him right over here.
He didn't even get his feet wet.
Oh, good.
Why don't you go on upstairs and see for yourself, Brenda?
I'll be right back.
Take your time.
Congratulations. It looks like you've almost accomplished your mission.
Oh, well, if I have, it's been with your help, hasn't it?
Careful. I may ask for a raise.
If this keeps Brenda's mind off Dan Wallach, you will have earned a raise.
You know, I can't help wondering if you haven't gone to all this trouble and expense for nothing. I've never heard Brenda say anything about Dan Wallach, except that they're friends. If she had deeper feelings for him, I should think she would have said so.
Mrs. Verdon, Brenda hasn't known you long enough to confide in you. Believe me, Dan Wallach is in love with her, and I have no intention of letting things develop.
Well, I guess it's better to nip it in the bud.
I think so. Now, why don't you make yourself scarce for half an hour or so?
All right. Oh, maybe I can catch some more on the news about Prince Raymond and that girl from Landview. I just love fairy tale romances.
Well, maybe you'll have one closer to home to enjoy.
I hope so. Good luck.
Thank you.
And then all of a sudden we're standing there face to face with that Herman, so we jumped him and knocked him out, tied him up, just left him there.
Yeah, we stopped at a little inn to get some gas. Luckily, the innkeeper was very loyal to you, and he fed us and then gave core directions to the border.
Well, how'd you get back to the city?
Well, the innkeeper, he put us on a train.
We saw the morning paper, pictures of you and Sarah kissing and showing off that little engagement ring.
Yeah, well, we put on the performance of our lives. We had to, or Roland would have had all of you killed immediately.
Look, does he have someone watching Sarah all the time?
Yes. Cassie can go in and out just to keep up the appearances that you and Dorian are on a skiing holiday, and so at least she has some companionship. I don't know. You guys should not have come back here. It's just too dangerous.
Well, Cord, Debra and Dorian, I'm sure they're almost over the border into Austria then.
Well, obviously they haven't made it yet because we haven't heard anything.
Well, I'm sure that we'll hear from them. I know. And in the meantime, Roland doesn't have us as hostages anymore, and so you and Sarah don't have to go through with this wedding.
Well, we just might.
What are you talking about? All you have to do is you get on TV. You tell your people what Roland's up to, and they're going to support you.
Well, first of all, Roland's men control the media. Otherwise, I would have exposed them the minute I heard about your escape from the castle.
Stop and just think. Raymond, you hold all the aces here. You refuse to go through this ceremony. He can't do anything about it. He needs this wedding so that you'll abdicate. You say no, he's losing.
Yeah, but if he loses the crown, he's going to take everybody down with him.
Is that guy that far out of control?
Yes, he is. Trust me, I've seen him in action, and he's not going to give up that crown without a very big fight.
And he's got men all over the palace. It'll be a bloodbath. And the first person he kills will be Sarah.
But what if Dorian and them make it across the border?
Well,
Tell everybody there what's going on.
Then we can turn the tables on him. But until that time, we've got to go on following Roland's orders. Believe me, Bo, I have looked at this from every possible angle, and I don't know, there's nothing else we can do.
I know, we understand.
Look, I'll call Klaus, and he'll help me get you both out of here safely.
No, forget it. I'm not leaving here without Sarah, not this time.
Look, Bo, Roland needs Sarah. He's not going to hurt Raymond or Sarah because he can only become king if they get married.
And it's too dangerous for you here. My brother would like nothing better than to shoot you on sight.
Well, after the ceremony, he's not going to need you anymore. Or Sarah. See? You're both going to be in his way.
Well, I know what the consequences are for me and Sarah. So we just have to go along with Roland and hope that my troops arrive in the capital before the ceremony, or the Dorian alerts the American government in time.
Why did they give up?
Because they know we can't outrun them.
Then what'll he do?
I'm working on it, Dorian. Man, this guy's getting pretty close. Time to change plans, ladies.
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
Brace yourselves.
What are you gonna do?
We're going cross country.
Everything all right?
Stephen's asleep. The cottage.
Can be repaired.
What happened? Why would a pipe break like that?
Well, with the weather real warm one day and below freezing the next, it's almost bound to happen.
I keep the temperature at 68 degrees. Is that too low?
You could have kept it at 90 degrees and it wouldn't have made any difference. I'm afraid those pipes should have been repaired years ago. I didn't realize it until this afternoon. Sorry. Should have paid more attention.
Michael, it's not your fault.
Well, if I'd have had the place inspected before you moved in, you wouldn't be inconvenienced this way.
No, you're the one who lost everything. I mean, the carpets, the kitchen floors, they're gone.
That can all be replaced. And if you've lost any of your things, I'll replace them, too.
Oh, I guess what I'm going to have to do now is just figure out a place where Stephen and I are going to live.
Well, Brenda, you looked everywhere in town before you moved into the cottage.
I know of a loft.
Can you afford that?
It's the same price as the cottage, but I don't know if I want to live there.
Then don't. It'd probably only take a week or so to have the damage repaired.
I wonder if this is some kind of omen.
You can't be serious. You don't,
Yes,
you
I
don't
am
believe in that
serious.
nonsense, do you, really?
Mm-hmm. One thing bad after the other has happened to me. It's probably a sign that
Oh, the only sign involved here is that plumbing doesn't last forever, so we'll have it replaced.
I wonder if Andy would let us stay at her place. I know she's still very upset about Max. She probably could use the company. You think Miss Burden would go over there and look after Stephen at Andy's?
I think Mrs. Verdon would follow you to the South Pacific to look after Stephen. But why impose on Andy? Why don't the two of you just stay here?
Here?
Well, it's the simplest solution.
No, I don't think so, Michael.
Why not?
Thank you, though. Well, I don't want to just barge in on you.
You're not barging in. I'm inviting you.
I think you've done enough for us, and I thank you.
Brenda, there are many empty rooms here at Grandview. You and Stephen could have the whole east wing to yourselves. We could go for days without seeing each other. Unless, of course, we bumped into each other in the kitchen, which you are more than welcome to use any time.
I don't know what to do.
I'd say do what's best for Stephen. He's very familiar with Grandview. He would be comfortable here.
How long did you say it would take to get that fixed over there?
A week, maybe less.
All right. All right, if you're sure that it's not going to be an imposition for you, you're
I'm
going to stay here.
positive. It's no trouble at all. Now, I think I have a pair of rubber boots that might fit you. Why don't we go over to the cottage and wait around and get your clothes and anything Stephen needs?
All right. Where are those boots?
Mudroom, off the kitchen. Come on.
Thank you very much. Okay, it's all set up. She'll see you.
See me for what? What could I possibly offer Victoria Buchanan besides sitting in her campaign office handing out Viki for Mayor buttons?
Well, one of her campaign pledges was to set up another rehabilitation center for young drug abusers. There's very little money available from the state, so she plans to establish the center with funds from the private sector.
I see. And so you want me to volunteer for this project now. What does that entail? Handing out methadone or something?
No, she would like you to organize the project, to mount a major fundraising drive.
Oh, fundraising? Well, that might open a few doors for me.
Thought it would appeal to you. Oh, and the name of the project is Outlook House.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a definite challenge.
Gabrielle, you have to use this as more of a door opener.
All right, Father. Don't worry. If Viki will give me the opportunity to work on this project, I will do my best. I'll make her very proud of me. In fact, I'll impress the hell out of her. I'll impress the hell out of everybody.
Well, you impress all you want, but just don't try to snow me again, all right? Because I'll see through it.
Looks like you'd like to hit me instead of that bag, you know?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm going to have to get in shape if I'm going to fight for your soul, right?
You haven't got a chance in hell of winning.
Maybe not a chance in hell, but I've got some pretty good connections up in heaven.
Don't count on it.
There is no real guarantee that Cord can get Debra and Dorian across the border.
Now, once I heard about your escape, I sent some of my men to neutralize as many of Roland's roadblocks as possible. So if they haven't gotten caught by now, there's a good chance that they're going to get through.
So your men are ready to march on the city right now. Do you have enough of them so that they could get rid of Roland's men?
Yes, well, once they're organized, once the traitors are weeded out, yeah, I think they can take the palace.
That's if they show up on time.
Well, they will. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, well, I'm only sure of one thing. I've got to get Sarah out of here right now.
Bo, listen. I understand your concern. God knows I don't want anything to happen to Sarah either. But we've got to take things under control here.
Then think of something to get us out of here.
Now, the only way to guarantee her safety is to give in to Roland's demands and to go through with the ceremony. Now, once the army arrives and they take control...
Yeah, but what if they don't take control? What if Roland's men are able to get rid of your men?
I have a lot of faith in my officers.
Oh, that's just great. That's great. You can't guarantee me that Sarah's not going to get hurt or killed. You said it yourself. This guy's out of control. He's got nothing to lose. He could kill Sarah just for the hell of it.
Klaus and I have made plans to protect her once the army takes over the palace.
Well, I'm sorry, because that's not good enough for me.
Well, Bo, I agree with Raymond. I think that they should go through with the ceremony. I mean, he has officers and he trusts them. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, but his officers, they haven't kept Roland from carrying out his plans this far. And I'm not about to bet Sarah's life that they're going to be able to stop Roland's troops. I'm going to save her right now, before it's too late.
Sorry, Bo, but you're not leaving this room.
Well, ladies, as I said in my first date in high school, we are out of gas. Must have a small tank in this truck.
But the soldiers are still behind us.
That means we're gonna have to try to make it to the border on foot. Now, come on.
Oh, no, it's no use. We're gonna run into another roadblock with more soldiers.
You realize who you're talking to here, ma'am? I'm a man from Texas. Remember the Alamo. Come on.
This is no time for a history lesson.
Maybe it is. Because we gotta worry about Bo and Sarah and Megan and Kathy, all right? All of their lives are on the lines, not just ours. Now, come on.
That means one thing. We've got to go forward. Come on.
feet are freezing.
Sorry, ladies, we don't have time to talk here. Enough. Hier lang. Schnell.
Premiering Saturday at 8, 7 Central. Meet the new team of experts who are there when you need them. Help is coming. Then, Too Many Wives Can Be Murder. Peter Falk stars in Columbo on the ABC Saturday Mystery. Olivia steps into Julian's trap. Stay tuned for General Hospital, following an ABC News brief. Next.
The broadcasters of your area, in voluntary cooperation with federal, state, and local authorities, have developed this system to keep you informed in the event of an emergency.